Hey guys, what's going on? it's Yep, I'm back again. It's me, Manny Vitale, host of My Fight Our War, and co-host of Music and Mayhem with my brother Skylar Ray. And I'm just going through some stuff here, getting ready for our shows, getting ready for tomorrow. Be dropping a show, trying to save my voice, what's left of it. And how do you do that? You do that by going live and talking some more. But you know what? It is kind of funny because this happens. Unfortunately, last time I got hit with a double whammy because, like I said, unfortunately, I've had damage to my vocal cords in the past. And every now and then it decides to sneak up and sound like this. It's my wonderful radio voice trying to sound sexy. I know, not working, Manny. But unfortunately, last time this happened, this is kind of weird too, man, because it started bothering me a little bit. Not bothering me, except irritating me when I was talking at shows and stuff like that. Because the first thing is, everyone's, "Oh man, you're sick. You're not feeling good." I'm like, "No, man, I just sound like shit." Um, but the last time was exactly a week before an event that I had to do, a scheduled one that I do every 6 weeks. Which those of you who know me and know us here at My Fight Our War is every 6 weeks we fly out to New York to our studio there and do live shows or in-person shows. And the last time we went, the week before, I noticed a little, I've got a normally kind of a raspy voice anyways, but a little more so than usual. So I was like, no big deal. And it was right around that time when everybody was either getting the respiratory sinus shit or the stomach bug where people were puking and pooping at the same time. Thank God, I don't want either, but mine was the upper. And so, it was like Monday, Tuesday, and I'm like, man, I still sound a little raspy. All of a sudden, Wednesday, Thursday, I was like, oh man, just feeling a little run down. And comes Friday, we take off. And of course, now we're flying. So you're getting in that, you're in the plane at those altitudes, the pressure starts to mess around a little bit. And man, I tell you what, it kicked my ass. So we land Friday. I think I did a couple shows Friday. I did like 2 or 3 or 4 Friday. Then I did another 3 or 4 Saturday. And I was supposed to do 3 on Sunday. Well, this was a first because when I say I'm going on, I go on. When I say I'm going to be at an event, I go to the event. And I got up. I was up all night Saturday. Damn thing. I mean, besides not being able to talk, I started to get very, very sore throat. I could barely even swallow. Long story short, I ended up getting that upper respiratory shit, throat crap, and I actually had to reschedule 3 shows, which really pissed me off. Thank God they were local people in that area in New York, so that's it wasn't like they would come in from out of town. So we are flying out again this Friday. And lo and behold, yeah, starting to sound a little raspy again. But, the one good thing about having an admin who's a nurse is, she's whipping up all these home remedies and I'll be good to go. But it was so funny because I was talking to some people yesterday and some of the words that are coming out of my mouth in the last year words that I never ever thought I'd be saying, such as I was on the phone one time and I had a buddy over and we were talking. And actually, I was at work. I was at work and it was during lunch. And a buddy of mine at work we were chit chatting. Also, the phone rang and I was talking. And it happened to be Matt Cronin, who is our producer and editor in New York. So I'm talking to him, and the buddy I work with happened to walk up again, and he starts talking to me. He didn't say I was on the phone, and I turned around and I said, "Hey, Derek, man," I go, "I'm sorry, man. I got to take this call. It's my producer in New York talking about some show prep I got to do for this weekend when I fly to New York." And I stopped, and I literally started laughing my ass off because couple, 2 years ago, a year ago, um, if you would have said, Manny, you're going to be doing live shows, you're going to be doing podcasts, you're going to be flying out to a studio, your studio that you have, in New York, you'd be have your own producer and editor. I would have laughed my ass off at you. But so my buddy's sitting there, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So I end up finish my call, hang up, and I'm still laughing. And my buddy Derek's like, "So funny, man." And I feel like I need to beat my own ass, sound like a tool, on the phone. And he started laughing too. And he goes, "Well, dude, actually everything you said was the truth, which it was. But coming out of my mouth, talking about me was funnier than shit." But anyways, it was interesting. So I was talking to Coach Tony, coach in New York, about he's coming on the show. Uh, at the Coach Tony Morrissey is coming on the show, I believe on Sunday. So we're chit chatting about his foundation, everything, and just talking about everything in general. I'm going to fly out again in August, along with Skylar Ray and King Handsome, DJ Bobby Boom, and I don't know if Ian Bick's out there with Matt Cronin and everyone else, AJ Galante. So who knows who else is flying out there for this event? And yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. And so we're talking about that, and it's just like, it's just all these blessings are just they're just unbelievable. Like I said, the people that I've met, the contacts that I've made is just unbelievable. And we got Katie. How you doing, Katie? You know what? Um, I am having a good day. I'm here in this lovely, comfortable studio, and I'm chit chatting with you and anyone else who might be watching. I am having a great time. Life is good. Uh, Getting ready for our trip, heading out, like I said, Friday morning to fly out, or we're flying out of Detroit into my new little favorite home in White Plain, New York. And then from there, we're driving to Connecticut to do the shows over the weekend. And we got Danny. How you doing, Danny? How's little man and their daughter doing? Everyone good, I hope. You guys, I I know you guys are always good. Danny and Katie are always good. And they're not only they always good, but they're always making sure everyone else is good and they're tight and everyone's taken care of, because that's what Danny and Katie do. So here's to you, Danny and Katie. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on this time because I am kind of trying to save this voice a little bit, but you know what? Oh, the work hazards that I got to put up with. um, and plus it's Super Bowl Sunday. Katie, thank you, and much love for those of you who are wondering what I'm thinking. If it's not on screen, it will be. And that is from my family. That's from Katie. And yeah, today we are celebrating Super Bowl Sunday. So, with that being said, that's right, baby. That's right, Detroit Lions. And I know, you don't have to tell me who's in it and who's not in it. You know, I live in Detroit. Um, but you know what? When you're a fan, you're a fan. You're not, if you're a true fan, you're a true fan. And you're not only a fan when they're winning, and believe me, us in Detroit for 60 years had to put up with 0 and 16 and everything else. So yeah, we know all about that. And we all know about, not only in Detroit, all over the place, these fair weather fans who just trash their own teams. And but then when things start turning around, then you start seeing them wear their gear and all that stuff. But hey, teach their own, right? But so for me, that's just like all of us, just like in anything. My fight or war. I'm not only my fight or war when things are going great and we're having a good time. I'm my fight or war when we have issues and people are struggling and need help and support and motivation. We're all my fight or war. You know, we're my fight or war. We're family. That's what family is. You stick together through thick and thin, just like fans. If you're a true fan, you stick together. You motivate your team. You don't trash your team. And believe me, I've heard a lot of that. So, in honor of our boys finishing with a 15-2, God bless you. No, we didn't make it to the game. But I tell you what, going from 0-16 a couple years, 2, 3 years ago, 0-16, I think it was 3 years ago, to 15-2. Come on. Come on. Um, excuse me. Kids are kids. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they are little shits. Well, you know what, Danny? You just described me to the T. Sometimes I'm as nice and pleasant as can be. Other times I'm a little bastard. And that's just me. I may be this old man, but I tell you what, I'm just a kid at heart. Yeah, and loving every minute of the life I've been blessed with now. And that means sharing everything with you guys, sharing my fight or war. Like I said, man, the opportunities that I have been blessed with are unreal. Never, and I was just thinking about it, and let's see. Uh, as I was looking through a lot of things, as far as over the past year, 2 years that my fighter wars have been around, um, I didn't know what to expect when I started my fight our war. It was to do my part. I in my past dealing with drugs and alcohol, I was a lot of this. I talked a lot of shit, just like everyone else who was in here dealing with, who has dealt with active addiction. I'm not talking about everybody in here, because some of you, unfortunately, have had to have the wrath of that thrown at you as family members or friends, supporting them. And God bless you for standing there for us when we needed you. But I was that guy, man. I would talk a good fucking game. I'd talk shit. Yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. And I usually didn't do any of it because I really didn't give a shit back then. That all changed when I've always loved wolves. I've always loved the pack mentality. I actually had a big ass tattoo of a wolf on my back that I've had now for over 20 plus years, 25 years, maybe 20 years. Little did I know that would be the logo of a amazing family foundation that I would create in 2023, January the 9th. It's just mind blowing. And, but yet it happened. So don't ever let anyone tell you about, some dreams are impossible. To that, I say, if you can dream it, you can do it. And no one's ever going to dictate to me what I will do and won't do, uh, including doctors. And I've had a lot of them tell me, what I will not be able to do with physical limitations because of all my surgeries. In fact, I had a room full of specialists back in 2020 that specialists, not just MDs, DOs. These are all specialists in organs and all rheumatology, everything. All these specialists came into my room and told me I was going to be dead in less than 6 weeks. I'm still here, so it's a good thing I don't listen. I'm keep waiting to see the oh, see the wolf. Well, I actually have one. I guess so. I got a picture of the wolf. I'll post that. But it's just, yeah, big old wolf head right in the middle of my back. That was pleasant. That was about, let's see, 8-9 hours straight of just, instead of breaking it into, 2 sessions, I'm like, man, you're going to be stabbing me with that needle. Get it over with. But yeah, man, I have been so blessed with all the people that, all of you guys just sharing, what we share. And, a lot of times when I come on, I've had people, you know, there's haters everywhere. And I've had a few people who will chime in with messages from other accounts that they create, thinking that I don't know who they are, saying how I don't talk enough about addiction, and I don't do this and I don't do that. And I go, well, I must be doing something right because you guys are, you know, haunting my pages and scoping me out every chance you get. And the whole thing with that is, I will never tell anyone how to run their platform, their podcast, their shows ever. It's theirs to run however they want. For me, my fight or war is mine. It's something that I created because of our family. And I did say mine, and I've always said this has never been I and a me. It's always us and a we. So when I said mine, it's something that I created. So I do take a lot of pride in that because I've never done shit like this ever in my life. But I created it for us. But I didn't want it to be just another family, battling addiction. Another family, just I don't like being like everybody else. And when I first started it, my first post and my first video, basically, I came out shooting. I'd be like, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. Some of you may like me, some of you may hate me. I'm not going to be for everybody. But one thing I am going to be is me. I'm going to be real and as authentic as you get. And if you don't like that, click that button, turn me off. That's fine. But I will never freaking lie about this shit, about, how I feel about addiction and what works for me, what doesn't. And yeah, so I had people say that I don't talk about it enough, and everything on my platform should be centered strictly about addiction. To that, I say, screw you. Bam, there you go. Um, I don't tell you how to run yours. Don't tell me how to run mine. The people I do listen to are all my family members in here. Because from day one, I've said, listen, if you have suggestions and ideas that will help our family as a whole, please, every time. I mean, hit me up all day, every day, and I will take your suggestions. We'll go over them. Myself, uh, OG, now our producer Matt Cronin. I, you know, uh, we're starting to get to the point now where we do have people, which is kind of another thing I can't believe I just said. But I mean, that's a testament to you guys. Um, and I love you, brother, and I appreciate you guys. The one thing I did want to do with my fight or war is, yeah, man, we're going to talk about addiction. We're going to have a special on Mondays. We are going to have all of our amazing family, whoever wants to, come on, share their stories if they, whatever they want to share. And we're going to talk about it, and we're going to let them share the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's, it was originally scheduled just on Mondays because we really weren't getting that much, as far as attention to fill up the schedule. But I tell you what, that's changed. And I tell you what, that is such it feels amazing to be able to say that. OG is actually, we are booked out um, until April, almost May now, with guests coming on. So we've had to, now I'm doing other days and we're adding on and stuff like that. So yeah, it's getting to be a lot of fun. Andrea, how are you? Um, Been a while. I love being on here, seeing people, especially people I went to school with. And I just hit puberty. Look at that right in front of y'all. Y'all. Oh my God. Lori, I'm sorry. I'm practicing for in June. Um, I am very honored to be a guest speaker in Athens, Alabama, with Lori um, at her rally she's having in June in Athens, Alabama. Well, of course, I have to work on my Southern drawl. So, with that being said, I've been working on my y'all. How y'all doing? I'm fixing to go and do me another live show. And if you don't like it, oh, bless your heart. I'm trying. Hey, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But I am great, Andrea. It's always good to see people popping in out here, and every now and then. In fact, I don't know if you saw or not, but our old classmate Joe Evangelista, aka Loco Joe, along with the radio icon himself from 94.7 WCSX. Everyone knows this man, Screaming Scott Randall. We did a show last Tuesday. It was myself, Loco Joe. And so I don't know if you saw that, Andrea, but you know Joe. He's still the same. And it went so well. The numbers were insane. So we are working on doing another. We're going to be doing another one in the near future. Screaming, Scott's having some procedures done, to take care of himself health wise. So definitely sending some positive thoughts and prayers to my brother, Screaming Scott. Um, for a quick recovery and get him back out here because we had a freaking ball. For those of you who saw it, Danny, I'm pretty sure you were on there. That show. It From the minute we went live, we went on for 2 hours and 10 minutes nonstop live and just tearing it up. And it was insane. It was so much fun. Um, I'm just checking out some stuff here. Because we do have some things that are in play right now. Um, I just got done chatting back and forth with my brother Skylar Ray, um, who we co-host a show together on Wednesdays, Music and Mayhem. Well, for those of you who may have only seen the first couple episodes, we were just basically having fun. Um, yeah, Danny, you saw it, man. That show was insane, and thank you for being part of it, Danny. Um, what was I saying? Skylar Ray, about our show. The first few we did, we originally were going to do Music and Mayhem just as a little bit of an outlet, just to have some fun. Um, nothing really too serious. It's all started because Skylar popped on the show, on my show, or on our show called My Fighter Award, telling his story. Well, we hit it off so well, talking before we even started the live. It was like, I remember OG saying, guys, we're like, what? She goes, you were supposed to go live 5-10 minutes ago. And we're like, oh, oops. So that's why my promptness at 7-ish is usually my fault. But so we did the show. And Skylar, and like I said, we did a great time. Had a great time. So afterwards, I'm like, he's like, dude, that was one of the funnest interviews I've done. And I go, it wasn't even like an interview. It's like two brothers just talking and, hooting it up. So, it's like, we got to do this again. It was like, well, yeah, we're definitely gonna, because the response from everybody was insane. And so sure enough, I'm like, well, I got an idea. Little did he know that I already planned on asking him to do co-host a show with me. And within about 5 seconds, I already had the title, the name of our show, Music and Mayhem. Bam. Long story short, you can see us every Wednesday. And speaking of insane, crazy, talented people, my brother King Handsome is in the house. And King Handsome's been on the show. He's on it multiple times. And actually, him and my brother Skylar just dropped another hit, Billy Goat. So, check it out. I mean, you talk about, just, ass kicking, hard working individuals. Skylar Ray, King Handsome. Skylar even said it. He goes, dude, I don't know anyone that works harder than King Handsome. I mean, it shows in his music. But, I need more than that. When, I see something at face value, it's like you see, okay, well, I'll just get it. King Handsome, you talk about King Handsome for me and everyone else. Okay, yeah, his music. Yeah, it's badass. Dude's on fire. King Handsome. Okay. Well, did you know this about his past, about him, King Handsome, the person? Nope. But The stories I heard were absolutely insane. Just what a good human being. I don't give a shit about, you know, you know, I should say, when it comes, I mean, with his talent, it goes without doubt. You don't have to sit there and tell me what a great rapper Skylar Ray, King Handsome are. I'm not an idiot. I see it and I hear it. But when you combine that with King Handsome, the person, and you find out what an absolute, blessed human I am to have him as my brother. I mean, I was like, dude, you got to share some of this shit with the world. And I go, how about you come on, share it with your music, but let's talk about your life, what you were faced with. And then when it comes down to it, every one of us on here has a story. And that's another thing that I always said with my Fight or War. If you've got a story to tell, I've got a place for you to tell it. I'm not going to turn you away. I've had people come on that said they went to other platforms and they're like, no, we're not going to have you on because we don't feel that your story is to the point where we're getting enough. We want more viewers. So we don't think it's going to be that good. Man, you just talked about somebody that was about to tell their story, their life story. Who are you to talk about someone's life like that? So I was like, listen, you want to come on and share your story? So that's how it all started. And King Handsome came on and started talking about his childhood, growing up, the things he was faced with, the adversity that he could have easily went this way down the wrong road. He went the other way and now is on his way to greatness, even more so than where he is. So, like I said, I have been blessed to have these guys that I can call brother, that I can actually pick up this phone and call them anytime I want. So, to Woe, Skylar, Kalichi, Matt Keegan, all you guys, you guys are a blessing for all of us, with your music and everything you do behind the scenes. Thank you for all of that. And as long as I have a platform, such as this, you guys are welcome onto it. Um, you know, and everyone else, man, Ty and everyone else who's going to be coming on, DJ Bobby Boom, Aaron All Nighter, and the rest that are going to be coming on as well. Yeah, you're going to hear their music, but you're also going to get to know about the person. So you think you loved them with just the music? When you find out how amazing these people are, besides the music, you're going to love them even more. So that's why I love doing what I do as well. So everyone else on there, we are in for a treat when we start bringing everyone on to tell their stories. Excuse me. All right. There you go. Need I say more? Danny Gibson. Anytime you need to talk, just call me. If you need, I can send you my personal cell number. You know what? In our family, that's not just talk, man. That's not just something to look cool. That's something because, he means it. And I've seen Danny, I've told their story many times, how I got to know about Danny and Katie. And I got to know about them through my brother, Skylar Ray. And I'll give you the quick version of that story. Skylar and Kayla were on their tour and unfortunately had some issues with their van and broke down in some town. I don't know where it was. Um, they decided, you know what? Yeah, this is a shitty situation, but let's make the best of it. That's Skylar and Kayla. So they went live. And they're like, you know what? We're in the middle of our tour. We just had a great time. Unfortunately, we got shit with our van, but we're going to make the most of it. And lo and behold, Katie and Danny were watching. So they reached out and said, you know what? We're coming to get you. Yeah. Who needs AAA? You got Katie and Danny. So they're like, no, dude, first of all, just the gesture itself was nice. Hey, we'll come and hook you up. Well, just to let you guys know, they were 9 hours away. I shit you not. Katie and Danny drove 9 hours each way to help Skylar and Kayla. So when it comes down to caring people, loving people, need I say more? So, Katie, Danny, thank you for being you. And that about sums it up. And I am going to be, um, what do we got here? Stanley, Idaho. You know what? I have no idea where that is. I know nothing about it, but just Stanley, Idaho reminds me of like just at this gas station with like a pop machine and a bar with a pool table, and that's it. I mean, I know I'm probably 100% wrong, but I'm just saying, yeah, I'm in Stanley, Idaho. Yeah, here's a potato. But, uh-oh, I have some fun facts about that story. We'll have to make a day either myself, Katie, have to hop on and explain our side. Well, yeah, we learn something new every day. And you know what? We'll make that happen, Danny. But I tell you what, right now, I think I'm going to cut this a little short. Because I do actually have to remember that this Friday I'm leaving for New York, and I got to do, I think, 9 shows in 3 days. So I I do have to sound a little bit better than this. So I have my water, I've got my throat lozenges, and I've got my hot tea and honey. And Chad Valier, my brother Chad, hooked me up with Fisherman Friend, throw lozenges. Oh, I tell you what, they work. So I'll probably be coming on. Let's see, it's already 3. Not sure if I'll be on again tonight because I get to shoot by my Maz and spend time with her watching football. Um, but if not, tomorrow you will see me and Adam. Adam's going to be telling his story. Uh, I am going to butcher this freaking name, Adam Boisvert, Boisvert, Boisvert. And if I said it wrong, I'm going to blame it on my vocal cords malfunctioning. So, Adam, if I said your name wrong, I apologize. But check out Adam and myself tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Time live. Adam has an absolutely incredible story. We all overcome our challenges and adversity. Wait till you hear Adams and what he has overcome. So, looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow and chit chatting with you. Danny, give little man your daughter a big old kiss and tell him Uncle Manny says hi and love him. And of course, you and that lovely wife of yours, you guys mean everything to us here. And we will be looking forward to meeting you guys when we fly out to Oregon in September to do Hands Across the Bridge. So we'll be chatting very soon, you guys. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday. And as always, keep fighting a good fight. Love you guys.